Hi guys, I'm Jennifer and welcome to my channel, Mint Green Gypsy. Today we're going to be doing 3 projects. They are Christmas DIY projects and I really hope you like them, and thank you so much for being here and watching my video. I got this cute little cupcake stand at the craft store along with some mini Christmas decor, and I decided to make a Christmas scene out of it all. So I'm just using my hot glue gun and I'm gluing down a stack of presents to start with. Next, I selected 3 trees at varying heights and colors. I kept the little wood stands on them and I glued them to the cupcake stand, flanking both of the presents. Next, I arranged some pieces of faux candy to sit around the trees and the stack of presents. Some of the candy pieces had holes on one side so that they can be hung from a tree, but I hid the holes to where they would not be noticeable. I added some foam balls that were covered in gold glitter. These were bowl fillers from the Dollar Tree. After my scene was set, I glued faux snow around the cupcake stand in between the trees and stacked presents and faux candy. I lost the next clip, but after I glued down the snow, which is similar to polyfill, I dabbed Mod Podge over it and then I topped it with glitter. And then for a finishing touch, I added these adorable mini candy canes. Let me know in the comments what you think about this project. For this next project, I'm using the Redesign with Prima mold called Regal Trimmings and air dry clay. As you can see, I rolled the air dry clay into a snake shape and I am pressing it into the mold. I did not have any issues with removing my casting, but if I did, I could have put a light coat of baking soda in the mold before I added the clay to prevent it from sticking. Now I'm removing any excess clay from around the mold and trying to keep the clay even and flat to the mold. Doing this helps the clay dry flat to the piece you are adhering it to. I'm flipping the mold over, bending it back, and carefully nudging the casting out. This is a vintage wood frame I found at the thrift store. I usually pick up these types of frames when I find them because they are good quality and they're great for projects. I am just placing this casting on the frame to see how it fits. I have Aleene's tacky glue on my paper plate, and I am using a thin coat to glue the casting to the frame. If you use too much glue, it will squeeze out from around the casting. If this happens, I find it easy to use a baby wipe and clean up the glue. I waited about 30 minutes and let the clay dry a bit, and then I started painting. I like to paint my clay before it totally dries because it slows the drying process down and reduces cracks. I like to let it sit 30 minutes or so before I paint so that it's more firm and my paintbrush doesn't mess up the details in the casting. I am using Debi's DIY Cottage Colors paint in Barn Quilts. The Cottage colors are a one-step paint and include a top coat. They are also self-leveling and they make furniture painting a breeze. I am painting my casting the same color as my frame. I do this because it is easy to paint the sides of the casting and the part right next to the frame or whatever you have glued the casting to in the same color. My second frame, I am using the original line of Debi's DIY paint in the color Crinoline. This is the black label paint, and it does not include a top coat, so you always have to top coat that paint. For my next step, I lost the video clip. I got a new phone in the middle of recording these projects, and I am very sorry I am unable to find some of the clips. But I dry brushed green over the leaves on the castings, and having the base color underneath the green paint highlights the details of the castings, as you can see. After the paint dries, I go over the crinoline with my favorite clear coat called Big Top. This top coat is easy to use. It doesn't get air bubbles or have a strong smell like some other top coats I've used. I decided the casting needed a little bit of shine, so I'm adding some gold wax to the top. For the next step in this project, I have cut out some thick paper. I'm using watercolor paper, and I'm going to decoupage some Redesign with Prima fiber paper to the watercolor paper. This design is called Twinkle Moo, and the other design I'll be using is called Winter Hearth. And they're both by Redesign with Prima. This decoupage fiber paper is more cloth-like than other tissue or rice papers I've used. It's a great paper and easy to use. I usually spritz my papers to get the creases out, but it didn't work with these fiber papers, so I put a piece of parchment paper over the fiber paper and ironed out the creases. I did not record that, but if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments section. I'm using clear liquid patina by Debi's DIY Paint as my decoupage medium. I'm applying an even amount and laying my fiber paper over the liquid patina and then letting it dry. I had some gold glitter glue and I added a small amount over the fiber paper. So guys, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps to get my videos pushed out to other viewers. If you aren't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment to let me know how you like these projects in this video. If you are local or visiting the Dallas-Fort Worth area in North Texas, please stop by my shops in Grapevine and Lewisville. I carry Debi's DIY Paint, Fusion Mineral Paint, Alchemy by Fusion, Roycycled decoupage paper, and Redesign with Prima molds, transfers, stamps, and fiber paper. I would also like to take this time to thank you for being here and watching my video and supporting my channel. The completed Christmas wall art project is coming up, and after that we still have one last Santa assembly project, so please stick around. So guys, I grabbed all of these things from my stash and we are making a cute Christmas decor piece. I'm starting out with a can that held nuts, so we are turning actual trash into treasure, and Fusion Mineral Paint in the color Casement. I'm giving the can one coat of paint because I'm putting Roycycled Treasures decoupage paper over the paint, and I don't want to see the cardboard underneath the decoupage paper. The paper I'm using is called Neutral Ticking, and I am using a straight edge to tear the paper to the size I need. I filled the can with a few rocks to make it heavy and some floral foam from the Dollar Tree. I glued everything in with hot glue. I'm using Decoupage and Transfer Gel by Fusion Mineral Paint and applying a thin, even coat to the can. I lightly spritz my decoupage paper. Roycycled paper is an 18-pound tissue paper, and I carefully put it around the can, pushing out any bubbles or wrinkles. I'm building a base for my felt Santa to sit on. I'm using hot glue to attach the faux snow, which is similar to polyfill. After that, I get out the last of my big top clear coat and brush it over the faux snow. And then I pour glass glitter over the clear coat, which in the end, you really can't see much of the glass glitter anyway. I'm using Fusion's top coat and matte to seal the decoupage paper that I put around the nut can. I added gold wax around the top and bottom rim of the can to make it a little more festive. And I'll let you watch as I glue down the felt Santa, bottle brush trees, glitter vase filler, and greenery. Guys, I am so sorry that I lost clips throughout this video, but I hope you still found some inspiration. Thank you so much for watching, and the finished project is coming up.